is a difficult place to like find and keep love. Like, what would you say is one of the biggest lessons you learned about love?
Ooh, man, one lesson. I think that for me, just letting go, and not expecting something to go bad. Because LA is an interesting place when it comes to relationships, intimate relationships, and privacy and all that. It can be easy for me to let just let myself just enjoy the situation. But I think that's what I'm learning, is that you can't stop anything bad from happening. Like, or if a situation, if it's gonna end, if it's gonna move forward, you can't really control all those things. You can only be fully present in the moment. So that's what I'm learning, just in general about
That's a continual lesson. That's a life lesson. We're gonna be. So back to the acting situation. For 4 years, you've been rocking out Leslie Michelson on The Young and the Restless. How's it been playing one consistent character for 4 years?
I love it. That's the longest I've ever been attached to a role or a television show in general, and I think it's such a very, very it's a very fortunate situation, and I'm blessed. I like it because you grow with the character, and with being on a soap opera, it's funny because you don't know what's gonna happen. You really don't know. Like, people will ask you, you'll have an idea maybe, and you'll know when you're gonna work, but people will ask you about a storyline and you don't know. And I think that that's great because that's how real life is. Yes. You really don't know. Exactly. Like, tomorrow is such and such a day, but you don't know what's gonna happen. So it really helps you grow as an actor. It really helps you grow because you kind of you're thrown into a situation that you had no idea you would be in, emotionally and in a lot of other ways. And also we shoot on such a fast-paced schedule. We pretty much do one take. Everything is one take, and you could have such emotional range in one day. Your character could be at it crying and going through who knows what, and then the next minute she's having a baby. You just never know. So I think that it's been awesome to be connected to a character because you get a chance to grow. And that's what we all want to do.
Let me tell y'all, baby girl is working. She not only does she have one show, but she has 2 shows. You're on Bounce TV's Family Time. Man, killing it. How's that experience going?
So exciting because it's executive produced and created by Bentley Kyle Evans, who he did Martin and the Jamie Foxx show, and love that girl. So many really good shows that were hits and that are classic shows. And Family Time, just I'm going to be biased, of course, because I'm on the show, but I'm also speaking just as a person who loves good television. It's a good show, and I'm proud of it. And working with Omar, we haven't worked together since Baby Boy. It's just a really great situation.
And you guys are coming on your second season, October 14th, second season.
Tuesday, October 14th, 10 p.m. on Bounce TV. And also being connected to Bounce because Bounce is a newer network, and it's doing so well, and it's growing, and and they're setting different records. Google it. They're doing great things. So it's just really cool to be a part of some fresh, new situations.
So what's next? What do you have? What's on your 3-year plan? What do you have?
Ooh, well, I have producing and just being a part. Well, I have also Life's Journey, which is another film that I did for Up, which is an inspirational movie about a man who loses his job. He has an affair. It's a whole crazy situation, and that's with Keith Robinson and Richard T. Jones. So that's also coming out on October 26th. But just thank you so much. Trying to keep it moving. But producing and being a part of more projects that are groundbreaking and that reach people and that bring awareness to different situations and entertain. We want to entertain. Everything isn't always super serious. Sometimes you just want to sit back, laugh, have a good time, just chill and relax and not be so critical of everything and just relax. And then other times, certain situations and topics need to be brought to the forefront. And I want to just, continue to be dynamic and represent women, black women, and everybody represent us well, because I feel like we are not to be boxed in. We can't be boxed in. We're very dynamic, and I want to represent that.
So I wanted to ask you, what's one of your biggest fears?
Fears. I really don't like to feed my fears. I
had a feeling you were going to say that.
That's the truth, though, because it's like the more you give them life, you give your fears life, and that's really never a good thing. And speaking things actually gives them more life. But I'm human, and of course we have fears. But I'll give you a weird random fear.
Okay.
I won't give you my deepest fear, but fires. fires. Something about fire.
Like barbecue fires or like a house fire?
We like barbecue fires because you're gonna get some good food. But yeah, maybe like a house fire or something of that nature that destroys, things that you love. But then again, things aren't as important as we think they are. But a fire.
Now, let me tell you this. I have to admit that in preparation for this interview, I Googled you. I couldn't find no juice, no gossip. I couldn't find nobody, no rumor mill has really been buzzing about you, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, what's one of the most craziest rumors that you heard about yourself?
I think it's weird when you hear. I've heard a couple things, and being that I'm a very private person, that I don't have a huge group of friends or people that I hang around. I always find it weird that anybody could have anything to say. But I think mainly that I have a bad attitude or something of that nature. I've heard that I've had a really bad attitude, and I'm like, really? I be going out of my way to make sure, even if I'm having a bad day, the one thing I try to do is always keep a smiling face for other people, because you never know what people are going through. You could be the smiling face that saves somebody's day or saves somebody's life, because we're all going through different battles, and it's a tough time right now, and never underestimate what a smile or a nice compliment or just a hug could do for somebody's life. And so I think that would be crazy. I don't think it's the craziest thing, but it bothers me, because I'm like, I know I'm from the South. Smiling faces, beautiful places.
Goes with it.
Smiles. We do hugs. We do love. So that's the one that bothers me. I've heard crazy things, but whatever. People can talk. They can say what they want. But being a nice, kind person is always one of the most important things for me to be and do.
I know that you love music and singing, and I know you've been in some videos. If you could pick one song as the soundtrack to your life.
That's a good one.
One song, soundtrack to your life. What would you pick?
There's Lean on Me, but that's not really a soundtrack. That's just one of those classic songs. Oh my goodness. I can't. Oh gosh.
Hard song, I know. Hard question.
Yeah. Maybe Sade has something like. Artists are coming to my mind, like Sade and Whitney. That's coming to my mind, but specifics, and even Stevie's coming to my mind. But I can't think. Stevie Wonder. I can't think exactly of which song it would be. That's such a good question that I don't have the answer to. But now I'm gonna have to create one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Make you investigate, right?
Yeah,
okay.
How about myself? Learn me.
See, we teaching lessons around here. How about this one then? What's the most ratchet song on your playlist?
Something by I have a lot of ratchet music on my at this moment though. Is the walkthrough song, is that ratchet? What's ratchet?
It can't be. Depends on your level of ratchetness that you.
The way that I dance to the song. But that's what I think brings.
That's the ratchet vibe.
That's where the ratchet vibe comes in. Because I get down.
I love it. I love it. Here's my last question for you. If you had to ask God one question, and he had to answer, what would you ask him and why?
Am I fulfilling my purpose? Or how can I better fulfill my purpose here on earth? Because that's what I want to make sure that I do. And
how do you feel like, as far as purpose and impacting the arts and entertainment, how are those two meshing as far as your projectile with life? Like, what journey with your purpose and entertainment, how do you weave those two?
I'm just very cautious now. When I was younger, I really wasn't as aware of how I was representing myself and how I was representing women in general. And now I'm just very cautious of what I connect myself to, because there are billions of people in this world, so that can make us feel really small. But each of us are extremely powerful. I don't think the fact that there's so many people on this earth should never make you feel powerless. Every individual has such a seed of power within them that we should never lose sight of that. And so there was a time in my life where I didn't feel like anything, it's not a big deal. What I do isn't gonna change. That's not gonna change. No, it is. Every move I make, I'm just cautious, and I go off of my gut feeling and my instinct and what's in my spirit. So I have a lot more quiet time to myself now, because I have to be able to hear my own voice. And life moves fast. There's a lot of distractions, and you have to make time for that. Otherwise, you might miss certain messages.
Well, I can't speak for him, but I think he would say, job well done. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. Appreciate it.